Welcome to another Robot Pool Party. We are here for the past week's news in the nerdy community. Fairly slow week, I should add. I'm Joe.
We have something super long to talk about. Just slow.
Alright. I'm Joe. That's Matt. Our new fella here is Oran, who's going to be sitting with us tonight and sharing some opinions. And as you can hear from the sideline, we have the rest of our extended cast, our expanded universe.
It's still canon, though.
So, you might be familiar with some of the ancillary characters. Sarah, Reiner, and our director, Patrick. Cameraman, Patrick.
He directs me.
Director man. Okay, so let's get to it.
Let's get to the big and most important thing that I'm sure everyone's going gaga is that Spider-Man is back in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Sony still has the rights, but it gives some creative control over to Marvel. So that means Spider-Man's going to debut in a Marvel film, which everyone assumes is going to be Captain America 3, Civil War. And then he'll get a standalone film in 2017.
Go ahead, Oran. You're the new guy. What's your opinion on this?
I think that Spider-Man movies haven't been good since Spider-Man 2. So
I actually agree with that 100%.
yeah, Alfred Molina was amazing as Doc Ock.
Yeah.
But everything since then has been downhill.
I'm going to say that the reboot, it was a bunch of meh to me. Like, I wasn't impressed by it at all. I was really excited for it, but like, it was like disappointing.
Spider-Man 3 had good aspects. Like, Thomas Hayden Church was actually a pretty good Sandman.
Oh yeah, ridiculously good Sandman.
It's just, if it would have just been him.
Yeah, they didn't shoehorn Venom in for all the Venom fans.
And Goblin.
And Goblin. But yeah, like Goblin's best buddy.
And the sad dance.
And the sad dance. And the
Emo Spider-Man.
Emo hair flip Spider-Man.
no, all that was because of Venom. The Venom causes sad dancing.
It really does.
Yes, but yeah, it could have been a salvageable movie. But then the reboot had some good stars, like the charisma and the connection between Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield, and they're good. But like, he was a boring Spider-Man, and the characters, the movies themselves were boring. The villains were, I mean, come on, the lizard looked like a Goomba from the Super Mario Brothers movie.
And who doesn't love the Super Mario Bros.
I adore it. It stands up as one of the greatest movies of all time. Right up there with like Citizen Kane and Street Fighter movie.
It's awesome like that.
And Monster Squad.
Werewolves have pads.
What was it? Nards.
Nards.
Wolfman's got nards.
I'm actually this Sunday with my little movie group. We watched Goonies this past Sunday, and for this upcoming one, I demanded that we watch Monster Squad. And half of our group has never seen it. So I'm really looking forward to this. The enjoyment of like, because it seems like it was written by two different people. Because they have like, let's kick Wolfman in the crotch, but at the same time, like a scene earlier, let's have the sad scene of like a German man being like, I suppose I do know what monsters are like, as we slowly pan to his Holocaust tattoo. Where it goes from this really grim, dark stuff to like, let's kick Wolfman in the crotch. Let's have Dracula throw dynamite. It's just written by two different people that were told they were making two different movies.
Just stick the mummy's wraps in the truck and let it take off down the road and unravel them.
That's it. Like they shot it. They like wrapped part of it like around an arrow. Shot it. Because that was Rudy, the tough kid that was making bullets in school.
That would not fly.
Hey, my shop class didn't pay attention to what we did either. So I mean,
All right.
like, you still have all your fingers? Good. Hey.
I took one.
So did I.
So they're actually going to recast the role. Garfield is out. Marvel wants Dylan O'Brien from The Maze Runner or Logan Lerman from Fury.
I don't know either of those people.
If the Maze Runner guy is who I'm thinking of, it's the main dude. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, like all young Hollywood look the same to me now. They're like the hot chick from that movie, and I'm like, they're all hot. I mean, really?
I would like. Saying they're just interchangeable.
Yes, they're all interchangeable.
Like your guest stars.
Yes. Yes, just like my guest stars. My hot guest stars.
We're gonna switch them up. It's gonna be like Reiner next week in the middle, and then like the week after it's gonna be a bale of hay filled with mice.
Yes, not following that.
I'm just gonna keep rotating.
A balloon, like a helium balloon with a face drawn on it.
Yes.
But like a sad face.
Most interesting
No,
thing
sad
in the
face on
world.
one side, happy face on the other.
So we can turn it as the thing
Yeah.
goes.
Yes.
I thought Andrew Garfield was a really good Peter Parker. I thought Tobey Maguire was a better Spider-Man.
I can see that because Tobey Maguire was funnier.
Yes,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield was kind of blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I got in an argument with somebody, and he was like, "Oh, Spider-Man's supposed to be funny, not emo." I was like, "Name a joke in the first one," and they were just like, "That knife joke? That wasn't a joke. That was the worst thing." Oh, small knives, they're my weakness. Oh, and you're like, really? Really? Somebody thought that was funny?
I see you've played Knifey Spoony before.
See, that would have made the joke funny. I would have laughed. I would have been the first laugh in Spider-Man reboot if he had said that instead. Yeah, so of course they're bringing back the whole, Donald Glover as Spider-Man.
I would love that because it's genuinely funny.
Yes, he's entertaining, and people are getting all uppity on the internet because they're like, he's too old to play a team. But then if you go look on Wikipedia, Donald Glover's birthday is a month after Garfield's birthday.
Yeah.
So
The people that are against Donald Glover playing Spider-Man, it's not that he's too old.
Mm-hmm.
Their argument is that he's too much of something else.
yeah.
And that's a jerk argument. Because he can play it. He's a talented actor. I think he'd be good. He's from Community.
From Community.
Okay.
He's Troy from Community.
I've never seen him.
Okay.
Well, only watch the
guy
first
from
3
E! Entertainment?
seasons.
The guy from E! Entertainment?
I don't know if he was on E or not.
He was also on some show called
Is
Gallivant.
that the thing with Allison Brie and Chevy Chase?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple episodes of that.
And
He was Troy.
that funny guy.
Was he the one that was Batman and Halloween?
No, that's Abed.
I know, like, that bit with Troy and LeVar Burton, every time I see it, it makes me laugh. It's just like, I never wanted to meet LeVar Burton. I just wanted a picture. You can't disappoint a picture.
Oh God, that was such a man. The first 2 seasons were amazing, in my opinion.
I've only seen clips of it,
Yeah.
but I've heard that it goes downhill.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
He's Childish
I'll
Gambino.
look him up.
He's the rapper Childish Gambino.
Not to be confused with Danny Glover.
Yeah, that's
What
Yeah.
I was thinking every time y'all said that.
In the early 90s, kicking ass.
And taking
Versus
names.
Jamie Foxx.
He's getting too old for this.
Yeah. Speaking of getting too old to this,
I was going to go on a different rant about that.
go for it.
My rant was, why hasn't Danny Glover been in an Expendables movie?
Whoa!
He's killed more predators than not Schwarzenegger, but then Stallone. He's killed equal amount of predators as Stallone, or as Schwarzenegger. I get them all confused because very few of them can act.
That one that grunts.
Adrian
No, the other one that
Solo.
grunts.
He can't act.
Yeah, that's true. The movie was flawed.
It had Danny Trejo in it, so that's always a happy one.
That's true. Actually, Danny Glover and Danny Trejo.
There's
The Danny Squad.
Well, they're in the movie Badasses.
Oh yes, you're talking about that. I still haven't watched that yet. I'm embarrassed.
You need to. It's great.
And they're making another one of it, like a third in the franchise.
The trilogy.
And they're like in Brazil.
The Bunda Asadas.
I have no idea. It's gonna be great. Was that actual Spanish?
It was Portuguese. It means nice butt. That's the one thing I know of Portuguese. It was appropriate. Dude, would I ever use it again in my entire life? Probably not. So the fact that I was able to say it, it was like, yeah.
All right. Anyways, before we go on that topic, what was your?
I was just saying, like, I was following a comedian on Twitter, and he was saying, like, people are all up in arms about who Spider-Man's going to be. So he was like Terry Crews for Spider-Man. So I seconded that emotion and started the hashtag Terry Crews for Spider-Man. Because if anybody would be the most awesomest Spider-Man, it'd be Terry Crews.
I would like Terry Crews in like every role.
Every role.
Like there should be a movie where like Hamlet. Terry Crews as every character in Hamlet.
Hamlet's dad, Hamlet's brother, Hamlet's mom, all of them.
People like Patrick Stewart do stuff like that. The one-man shows where they play every character. Why can't we have Terry Crews do that?
That'd be great.
Terry Crews playing every character in the Super Mario Brothers movie. As he's doing that whole thing about like, what's your name? Mario? And then who are you? Luigi Mario?
Luigi?
It's just Terry Crews doing all of it, quickly changing hats. So you know who is speaking.
I'm sold. Broadway, hook this up. I will totally go out there.
I would pay to see that.
Yeah.
Not Mario Brothers.
Not Mario Brothers?
I was thinking like the Polar Express.
No, that'd be good because I've never seen that
Whimsical
movie.
adventure with Terry Crews.
Didn't Tom Hanks do that?
Yes, he did.
He was everybody in that movie.
He wasn't everybody.
There was a lot of people in that movie.
Everyone but the kids.
He was the conductor.
He wasn't Condoleezza Rice.
Condoleezza Rice is in that movie?
I can see Tom Hanks playing Condoleezza.
That's what I call that one.
I haven't seen that movie.
Whatever happened to that old Spice guy? I'd like to see him be the role in every movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I want him to be like huge.
He was actually pretty good. He was a guy that actually expressed interest in playing Luke Cage. And I'm guessing he never got that call.
Why would you not pick the Old Spice guy for Luke Cage? He'd be like, look at me. And then beat everybody up. Do you really need to look away?
He just got beat up.
Look at the bruises on your arm.
Sweet Christmas. He was so smooth. He had just boatloads
That
of
wasn't his
charisma.
voice.
What?
That wasn't his voice.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was
Talk
some
like
other
this?
dude's voice.
Bombshell.
Who was it?
He just looked pretty.
Oh.
He's Milli Vanilli.
Wow. Million Vanilla.
He Milli Vanilli. That's where he's right on par with Wolf Dog. I found out that Wolf Dog, that wasn't his real voice in those Old Spice commercials. You guys have never seen Wolf Dog? I think Patrick's the only one here that's seen it.
What threw
think
me
I know
is
what
when
you're
they
talking
said the
about.
Old Spice commercials, the guy who was doing them before, I'm like, Bruce Campbell cannot be Luke Cage.
No, the guy in between Bruce Campbell and Terry
His chin is
Crews.
bulletproof, thank you very much.
But we should open the door for Bruce Campbell to play other Marvel characters.
Bruce Campbell was set up
Sorcerer
to be
Supreme.
Mysterio in the during the first 3 Spider-Man movies.
Seriously?
Well, yeah, Sam Raimi.
He was the ring announcer in the first one. He was the usher in the second one, and he was the waiter in the third one. He was supposed to be Mysterio in the 4th Spider-Man movie, but it never happened. That's why he was everywhere.
That's a shame.
Darn you Venom fans. Ruin everything.
Venom ruins everything.
True does.
Yeah, artificial possums, we don't gotta stop nothing.
Yeah, we no longer have to stop.
Trying really hard not to talk over either of you, so.
You don't have to worry about that. We do
Okay,
that
If you
all
want
the
to be
time.
heard, you better shout.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Shout, let it all out. Anybody?
These are the things I can do.
Come on.
I'm talking.
These are the things I can do.
Come on.
I can project if I need to.
All right.
Gross.
Project, not projectile vomit.
Ugh. I don't know how he went from there to there.
All right.
So,
Our next topic is.
it's not the next topic. It's still part of the first topic.
Oh, this
Yes.
again.
Because Spider-Man has been added to the thing, it's pushing a bunch of movies. So here are the new release dates for the Marvel movies.
All right.
Okay.
For Captain America 3, May 6, 2016. For Doctor Strange, it's November 4th, 2016. For Guardians 2, it's 5/5/17. So it's like, wasn't that supposed to be sooner than that?
Yeah.
I think so.
So screw you, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I would have much preferred to have Guardians earlier. Is Deadpool never yet?
That's a different company. We don't have to worry about it.
Oh.
Who's making Deadpool?
But, Fox.
Fox. Nice.
Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 3, or whatever they decided. Whatever they decided it was going to be is going to be 7/28/17. Thor 3 is going to be 11/4/17. Black Panther ain't coming out until July 6th, 2018.
Are you serious?
Captain Marvel's coming out November 2nd, 2018.
That's 3 years.
Yeah. And Humans ain't coming out until July of 2019. So,
I hope you guys like them because I'm gonna have been dead for 2 years by that point. Like you guys will be sitting in Captain Marvel, and be like, Joe would have liked this.
Oh man, that's rough.
why are you dying? Can I ask?
Nature.
Nature.
I hope it's good.
Well, I thought there was a movie that I mentioned like 2 years before that would have killed him. I was like, which one's
What are they, like,
Thor 3?
Heart
Thor three
disease,
probably
diabetes, bears,
Thor 3.
ants, something.
There's considerably less bears in this state than I guess where you're
Well, we had bears all the time.
There are
I think we
zoos.
killed all of our
Bears are
bears.
possible.
There we go. Zoo bears.
Zoo bears.
You gotta watch out for the deer here.
This is
Yeah,
something
the deer
that-
could kill you.
Death by armadillo.
I can see that.
Leprosy.
Yeah, I was gonna say they carry disease.
Oh, javelinas do not. Dang it, I didn't want to say that word.
Dude, there aren't javelinas here, are there?
What?
I used to have javelinas all the time in Arizona. I've never seen any here.
Oh, they're here.
They're totally thing.
They're
They're
legit.
hunted as pests.
What are they?
Dude,
They're
scary as
boars
shit.
that wreck everybody's face.
Yeah.
They're not actually pigs.
Interesting.
They get like these bristle fur, like they're prevalent where I grew up, you know, and so they let it like the museum would have like here touch a javelina, and you touch it like, oh my god, that's not fur, that's like razor wire on a pig.
I like to touch
Basically.
porcupines also.
Ever been chased by a pack of 12 of them?
No.
I have.
Wow.
You survived. Good job, man.
So the good news, Rock was giving an interview, and he confirmed that the DC universe will be like united, one giant cinematic universe, and then he goes on to suggest Black Adam versus Superman. All right, who's excited about that? No, yeah, dude, totally.
Yeah.
And isn't The Rock slated to play Black Adam?
Yes.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I want to see him give Superman the people's elbow.
Oh,
With like,
in space.
Yeah, the lightning bolt coming down as he drives home the elbow.
You know they'll work that in there
Shazam.
somehow.
Just, yeah.
Shazam!
Superman shows up and he just raises that eyebrow.
Yep. Well, the CGI Rock in the Mummy movie gave the people's eyebrow,
It's progressed since then.
Scorpion King.
Scorpion King.
and that was before CGI was good.
Right?
Where like the Rock looked like those beat up dolls that you see in all the martial arts classes.
It looked like a wrestling buddy they were controlling with strings.
But yeah, so I'm excited. It's going to be a shared cinematic universe, so that means, of course, all the movies are going to cross over. It gives me hope for my ideas for the Suicide Squad movies, which I've probably harped on too many times for... Yeah, thanks for the polite smile, because you...
It's alright, dude. You care about it. I appreciate that. You're passionate about it. You care way more about that source content than anybody involved in making it.
Ouch! Ouch! That's so insulting, because it's true.
Have y'all seen the fan pictures of Tyrese Gibson done up as Green Lantern to replace
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds as John Stewart?
Be nice.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, John Stewart. There's no reason for them to not go John Stewart, because John Stewart's the Green Lantern from the cartoons, who's probably the most famous of the Green Lanterns, because everybody can watch the cartoon, but not everybody can read the Green Lantern comic
Yeah.
books.
Nobody cares about Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan is the ultimate boring member of the Green Lantern Corps. Like, I like Guy Gardner quite a bit.
Compared to Kyle Rayner?
I like Guy Gardner above all of them. because
Everybody
Guy Gardner,
compared to Kyle
No,
Rayner.
no, like Hal Jordan compared to Kyle Rayner.
It's still Hal Jordan. Kyle Rayner is,
they're Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
yes, they both suck.
Yeah, just pallets.
I didn't come here to be attacked, man.
John Stewart is the superior Green Lantern.
Totally.
I vote they make it about Sodom Yacht.
Nobody
Because
cares
no one
about
will see
Sodom.
that coming.
I'm all for a Kilowog movie.
Totes.
Kilowog.
Totes.
And Slash.
That makes me sad.
They will never have it.
That Michael Clark Duncan can't do the voice again.
Although, you know,
Way to bring everybody down.
Sorry.
but I'm going to flip it. I'm going to bring it back and make everybody happy.
All right, I see.
There's a precedent within the Saints Row movies, or these games, of Terry Crews reprising Michael Clark Duncan's voice roles.
Wait, who was
Benjamin M. Effing King.
Terry
from
Crews
Saints-
is going to be Ben King.
He already was in Saints Row 4.
Really?
He voiced Ben King. Yep.
So we could have Terry Crews as Kilowog.
Yes. So think about that.
Speaking of Saints Row 4,
All right. Yep.
Go for it.
they released the new. Is it like it's not an expansion?
It's a
more of a
standalone.
standalone game. Get Out of Hell, and they said they were only going to release it for the newer platforms, but they put it on Xbox 360. They put it on Xbox Live. Last week before last,
A couple weeks ago, I think.
I played it. It was awesome.
I played it as well.
I only played about 2 hours of it, so I didn't get very far into it. But
Is it awesome?
yes,
it's an interesting experience because
It's different.
yeah,
It's cool.
the gameplay's solid. The flight mechanics once you good.
Yeah, that was my thing. It's like I've played a lot of games where you fly, and the flight mechanics in this game are. I don't want to gush, but they're the best that I've come across. It's like you actually have to control your flight to fly. You don't just press a button and just zoom on. You have to keep on top of it.
It's kind of tricky until you unlock a lot of the power-ups for it.
It is.
But
I crashed a lot.
once you get to it, it's great. The game's really solid in the gameplay department. I missed a little bit of the charm. I missed having all the saints together and working together. I missed having a radio. Because I think because it's like an expansion.
You got in a car? You got in a car?
Well, in Saints Row 4, you could do the radio when you're free roaming.
Oh, that's right.
I think it's because it was a standalone expansion. They were like, we don't want to license a bunch of songs for it because we're trying to make money here.
Or there's just no music in hell.
Yeah, but there's like rocket launchers. There's all kinds of other crazy stuff.
There's no music in Johnny Gat's head.
But you can also play as Kinsey.
There's a lot of weird stuff going on in Kinsey's head.
Yeah. But for its cost, it was good. I bought it as the bundle that came with Saints Row 4 and Gat Out of Hell on PS4 because I played Saints Row 4 all through on PC, but I didn't have it on PS4 yet. And just like playing the two of them together, Saints Row 4 is the more enjoyable game, but Gat Out of Hell is still a fun expansion.
I like the fact that William Shakespeare is one of the generals in hell.
Yep.
So,
But they didn't do enough with him. It really came down to just like more of these mini games, and that's our game. But that's not bad. It's still fun. For $20, you can't really go wrong.
and for $2 at Redbox, you can't go wrong.
There you go. All right. So that's our Saints Row rant.
Yes,
Yes, that was very ranty.
I can do that for a while.
Video games are like a big topic for me. We usually don't have somebody here that will talk about video games with me.
Oh, so you're cheating on me now? If you can't get it with me, you're gonna get it somewhere else?
I'm just sharing the love around here. We have some people that, out of the 9 people that watch our video every week, one of them has to actually like video games. And now, like right now, they're like, yeah!
Well, they do, because I'm one of the 9 that watch.
There you go. That's it. You and my roommate are going to be happy because we talked about video games.
Sorry, you wanna talk about classic video games that were still fun? Yeah, I'll totally talk
I'll
about
do
that.
that too. I'll spend hours talking
But this
about
is the new stuff.
the new
Talk about new
classics.
The new classics.
The new news.
Before we kick out of video games, sent you the GTA Online. The heists are supposed to be coming out. They were supposed to have been coming out 2 weeks ago, and they were supposed to be coming out last week. So
So it's run by WizKids then?
pretty much. It is exactly the same. We're like, hey, we're gonna put this out when you need it or when you want it, and we'll tell you when it's coming out, and then we'll push it back. And then that time will come around, and we'll push it back again. And then it's very WizKids.
And on this topic, you lost me.
I'm sorry.
They can't blame it on the longshoreman strike, can they?
And WizKids really can't blame on the longshoremen strike
It
either.
doesn't stop them.
They can for this recent one. Before
But
then,
other companies have been able to get their stuff delivered.
Actually, I've had a lot of trouble covering for the snowstorms because I've been sending out trades on HeroClix, and it's been taking like 2 or 3 weeks to get there when it usually takes 2 or 3 days.
The snowstorms are hitting the East Coast.
Yeah.
I hear all these stories from back home. Like a friend of mine got snowed in like 4 feet. Another friend got eaten by a polar bear.
Jeez,
Like
man.
another one was mugged by penguins.
You know what? Thank God it was like 80 degrees today.
They're selling that Tim Burton Penguin Soldier online now. The penguins with the rockets
bomb.
on the back from Batman Returns.
Nice.
I gotta have a few of those.
Those are awesome.
Yes, they are.
They tested higher than anything else in Batman 2. When they
That
took the
movie
test
was
outs.
underrated.
Yeah.
That's probably the best. Well, I
the
want to
best
say of
penguin
the best of the first Batman movies. It's better than the original. It's a hell of a lot better than.
You can't even count
Batman and Robin.
the next two, you know? It's like,
But I like it better than Batman Begins and better than The Dark Knight Rises too. I would say Batman Returns and The Dark Knight are the 2 best Batman movies that we've had so far.
I would really not argue with you in this situation. I think you're probably fairly spot on.
I like the first two pretty much better than any of the three Dark Knight, the Nolan verse, because I thought they were a little too grim. And I will never dislike anything that Danny DeVito's a part of. But fun fact, I'm in the third Dark Knight movie.
Really?
Really?
Yep. In the Heinz Stadium, that was where they recorded the big football scene. Me and a friend went out there, and it was this crazy day. It was like middle of summer, but they're like, it's winter in this scene, so you all have to wear a jacket. So yeah, we're like sitting there bundled up in winter jackets in this 90-degree weather as they're bringing us water like every 10 minutes as they're filming. Because we were there like for the pyrotechnics of the explosions on the field and the guys coming down the steps with guns and stuff. It was neat. It was a miserable, hot day, and we were there for like 13 hours.
And you got $5 out of it, right?
We got no money out of it.
Really?
We were just unpaid extras. You're just there for the chance to see yourself in the thing. And they had some giveaways.
were there.
Yeah, because it's neat to say, like, on the special features of the DVD, I can pause and see me and my other friend Joe. It's 2 Joe minimum. But yeah, like, it was just neat to say, oh, you can pause the special features and spot us there. Like, sweating bullets in our knit hats and our jackets.
Did they give you the jackets?
No, it was you had to bring your winter clothes.
But wouldn't it be more authentic if you had the team colors? Did you?
Well, that was the thing. They told us all to bring yellow and black, which, because that's the color of the Steelers, it was easy for most people to do, but you also had to make sure that there was no logos on it. So,
Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights. There's actually a friend of mine, or the friend I went with, Joe, he had a Daredevil hat that he snuck with him. And so he managed to sneak a Marvel property into a DC movie.
Should you be saying that on the?
He'll probably be dead next week. one of the 9 people that watch
You
it.
won't be able to see the new Marvel movies come out.
They'll make the call, and they'll be like, take him out. Well, to be fair, it is a Daredevil move.
See what you did there.
I'll get that to you.
You have Reiner's approval.
I got a Reiner mark for that.
Should we start keeping score for like who can entertain Reiner the most?
I didn't know that.
We should.
That's all I'll be doing.
Well, Joe's way.
Should we just start keeping score? Not retroactively keeping score.
Okay, start now.
Start now.
So how many Ewan McGregors do you get for a single Reiner?
I don't know. Like I don't know the Ewan McGregor to Reiner conversion rate. It's it's a different scale.
Clinical Steve. Duh.
What?
I don't know. She was mumbling there. She
Sorry.
was flustered.
The Sarah's on the fritz.
Said Stanley Nichols to unicorns.
What is going on over there?
That's clearly the ratio.
All right. Okay. So now we bring it down. We do our. And what's our next
We
topic?
should just introduce Oran when it was Nerd Rant.
Or Nerd Blasphemy?
Nerd
Or do you have
Blasphemy.
more to talk about?
There's not a lot. I mean, there's a Star Wars cruise, and then I offhandedly said that Raphael is the most emo Ninja Turtle, so I was wondering if we could expand on that.
I'm with you on that one.
I'm actually
I
all
have a
for
lot
it
to say
Is
about
the
that.
what?
because I just watched
Raphael's
Secrets of
most-
the Ooze.
The most emo Ninja Turtle.
Well, that's because he was separated
Oh, yeah.
from his brothers in the beginning.
Y'all can cut out the GTA stuff.
He didn't
no,
need to
we
be
can do that.
sheltered and nice with splinters in the very beginning of his life. He had to live on the streets.
Raphael?
Raphael.
The artist or the turtle?
Turtle.
The artist had to live in the sewers too.
I just had to know that about the artist. Or the turtle.
Raphael had a heart, man. Hard. I mean, he started finally being held down by the man, Leonardo, and Leonardo's holding him down, man. He's like, and nobody gets him, man. You don't understand his life, man. He's a teenager, and he's a mutant, and he's a ninja, and he's a turtle. And he's got all these problems that you just can't get.
Well, he didn't get the cover of the sewers as a young teenage mutant Ninja Turtle. He had to live on the streets where people made fun of him all the time. He didn't know what to do.
What
with his
movie are you
awesome
talking
power.
about?
I'm
Is
talking
this when
about
he
the
was a preteen
actual
mutant Ninja
ones,
Turtle?
The actual
The
thing.
original storyline.
They're what? Mutant
Sorry.
Ninja Turtle teenagers?
Have you guys
No.
never read?
The black and white, where they kill Shredder at the end?
Oh yes.
Of the first issue.
Episode. First issue. Yeah, sorry.
Now I'm seeing it. Now I'm seeing the problems.
I grew up in the 80s. I was exposed to them when they were already wearing multicolored masks.
Yes. which is the best for marketing purposes. Because how are you going to sell the
Well,
same
duh.
figure twice?
They did not have a problem with
Four
that.
red ones, guys.
It's Donatello in a spaceman suit.
There were some bad calls made by
Basketball giraffe.
their marketing team.
You're not talking about that the racist Michelangelo, or he's
Oh yeah, when they did the Wild West ones, and Michelangelo was a bandito, and he had the huge mustache and a big sombrero, and it was like, wow, really?
Wasn't one of them like a Native American?
Yeah,
like,
Leonardo
giant
was
headdress?
yeah. Don't know what those guys were.
smoking.
To be fair, like in the early '90s, a lot of companies got away with stuff like that. Like Goonies got away with stuff like that.
You see that one guy isn't really that Italian?
Well, yeah, like the Fratellis were huge stereotypes, and
He doesn't wear a hairpiece.
those are three enjoyable performances, though.
I think he's still scared.
Yeah.
Well, it's so it's like the random opera singing. That's actually really good.
I'm just getting kidnapped by these guys. They're called the Fratellis. I can ID every one of them.
It was so funny that it was like they would go like back and forth from this like pratfalling, like clumsy Keystone Cops type
Yeah.
thing, but then they'd be like, "We're gonna put this kid's hand in a blender."
It's terrifying.
That was pretty messed up.
It's just like Monster Squad, the random tonal shifts.
I would have told that lady anyway. Put my hand in the blender.
That's when I was 5.
Start from the beginning.
I wish I could remember that scene. I would do that right now.
Awesome.
No truffle shake.
Did y'all see the
But you got a Baby Ruth. But by the way, random thing about Goonies, that movie is just nothing but panty shots. The one girl, Andy, has like the shortest skirt that was ever made in the 80s. And they just slapped it on
I
her.
guess I'm watching Goonies tonight.
It's so good.
Wow.
Like, it's all, and I never noticed it as a kid. And as an adult, I still needed to point it out to me. But it's like, as soon as somebody was like, "Oh, hey, look at that," I was like, "Okay, that is gratuitous." But
It's like you don't notice like when the stormtrooper hit that wall.
Yeah.
If someone points it doesn't point it out to you, you'll never notice it.
yep,
So
There's a sound
Kids
effect
don't
in
see
there
it.
now.
he's got a sound effect in there now.
When
It's a special
when he hits the
edition.
door, yeah.
nice. And a bantha appears for
Yes.
a
She
second.
keeps those panties like incredibly clean for all of the
Like
fucking
run around in the
they're
mud and the
doing.
water. And there's some really awkward
saying.
scenes in that movie, like where a 17-year-old girl makes out with a 10-year-old kid.
Yeah, that was a little bit weird.
That was in Sean Astin's contract. He wasn't going to do the movie unless he did it.
Well, he is a good dad. The original Gomez. He was like, "Look, son, you get everything you can out of this."
What, really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No,
John Astin was Sean Astin's father.
Not his biological.
No, adopted. Yeah.
Adopted father.
I mean, I assume he still is.
I
They're both alive.
no.
John Astin's still alive.
Astin died
When did he die?
about 3 years ago.
I didn't know that. I thought he
I'm
was
fairly
still
certain he's
kicking.
gone.
Look it up.
Someone Google it.
Fact check.
Reiner's on it.
I'm on it.
But
Sorry.
I have one other bit of trivia about this because I've been bringing up Monster Squad because I've been desperate to make people watch this movie.
What's his
The
name?
mom in the Monster Squad and the mom in Goonies, same actor.
What? I missed it.
Same actor in both movies for the mom.
The moms.
Oh my gosh.
Well, there were only like 10 actors in the 80s. So.
It's true, and she was the mom actor.
Yeah.
But I like to think that it's like the events of like
They're related.
yeah. Like after the
They're
events
the
of
same
Monster
universe.
Squad, she couldn't handle things anymore because like they're under all this pressure from the FBI to explain all this monster stuff because they sent army men at the end of Monster Squad because Eugene had to write a letter. So like the military's giving them all this pressure and she can't handle it. So her marriage falls apart and she leaves like the kid and the dad.
And she moves to Astoria.
Yeah, she moves to Astoria.
To the Goonies.
And I think that Mikey's not her real son. because she kind of married into that family with like Brad and Mikey and all that. And yes, like she's still carrying the weight of all that, and like it's just haunting her.
Now, mouth, translate that.
Yes.
In Spanish.
Yes. We will lock you up here with all the cockroaches. Rewatching that this past Sunday, the one scene that is just as funny now as it was when I was a kid. Actually, two scenes. One where they knock the statue's ding dong upside down.
That's her favorite part.
Number two is Mouth and that
Still
pain.
alive?
Where he's like, Mikey, come over here, give me a big lickery kiss. He's like sticking his tongue through it. It's just like,
Yes.
I can see why people thought Corey Feldman would be a star after that.
Oh my god. The Lost Boys didn't make him a star? No, it was the first Ninja Turtles movie that made him a star.
Yes, when he was the bland, personality-less version of Donatello.
I like it when they're like,
And they brought him back
what's
for
our
the third
mom's
one.
favorite part?
It's like, apparently it was, otherwise you wouldn't be here.
My face hurts.
That was a fantastic movie.
True.
Okay, did anybody else catch it? Like the part where Data says, like, we found an octopus, but they cut the octopus out.
Yes, yes. That was
I've
like-
never caught that growing up.
Have you ever actually seen the deleted scene?
Yes.
Yeah, is it like they fight it off by putting a tape deck in its mouth?
I haven't seen it. Oh my
I never
gosh.
saw that.
You gotta get the DVD special edition.
Yeah.
No, if you watch it like on AMC or something like that, they'll put the extended.
You could probably find the clip on YouTube.
You can totally. Yeah, I suppose it's less work, but.
But yeah, it's first of all, it's one of the worst like fake octopi you've ever seen.
It's almost as bad as that Cyndi Lauper music video.
Oh my gosh.
With the octopi?
With the same octopus?
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah. Was there an octopus in a Cyndi Lauper video?
Yes. She had a Goonies movie, that video that's like 7 minutes long, and they cut it into 2 parts because it's so long. It just never ends.
Well, they're watching it at the beginning of the movie at the cheerleading practice. They watch it, or they have it on the radio. That's what they're doing at cheerleading practice.
There's nothing as bad as a Cyndi Lauper music video.
I like Cyndi Lauper.
I like Cyndi
Look, she
Lauper.
just wants to have fun.
And then I like the song, and then I like the song in Goonies 2, the cartoon, I mean the video game, because it's just that song over and over and over again. You're like, dun, dun, dun,
In like a chiptune version.
dun.
What was the deal with the mermaid in the Goonies video game?
It was just
There.
random video game franchise, or like a popular franchise, and they came up with some BS story to explain it.
Okay.
That was one of the funnest games, dude. Is that available on like Wii U or?
I doubt it.
Yeah, I'm
It
sure
was
there's-
pretty obscure.
But that game was so much fun. The Goonies 2 game for Nintendo.
Do we get clarification on the status of John Aston?
He is still alive. 1930 to present.
You're gonna have to kill him if you want to be right on this one.
Who am I thinking of?
Raul Julia.
I know
the guy.
Joel Julia. He was the new Gomez. He was replaced by Tim Curry, and it was very sad.
And Bison.
Bison. For you, it was the most important day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday.
Raul Julia in a great role. People are sad that that was like his going out movie because he was
Yes.
such a good actor. But I think that if you look at it in terms of his final movie, it can honestly be said of him that he was the finest thing in that movie by a huge margin. I think that's fair enough.
Oh yeah. No one's gonna argue with
A lot of
that.
actors do a final movie, and everything about it, including them, was terrible. Chris Farley did that. John Candy did
I was gonna
that.
say
What was
John
Chris
Candy.
Farley's last movie?
It was called Almost Heroes.
Almost Heroes with
With
Matthew Perry.
And the weird thing is, that John Candy's last movie was also a western, Wagons East.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I was talking about the one where they invade Canada, Canadian Bacon. I was talking about that. I was like, we're gonna have words because that was a great movie.
No, Wagons East. Like, and it's really hard for me to say anything bad about Wagons East because I liked Richard.
I don't like Richard Lewis.
I like Richard.
Like, when
Lewis.
he's one of your main characters, you're just done.
But he
Oh,
was
yeah,
the
he-
sheriff of no, he was the Prince John.
He was Prince John.
Yes.
He's not good. As
Mel
the lead
Brooks
character.
movies notwithstanding.
Wagons East wanted to be one. The thing I really like about Wagons East is that the EMH was in it.
You like that
Robert
EMH?
Picardo. The EMH from Voyager.
The emergency.
All right.
The
I
Doctor
don't-
hologram.
I'm sorry, I don't do Star Trek. Star Trek is for nerds. Real men watch Star Wars.
Our show is for nerds, yo.
Okay, it's for the.
Other nerds.
It's the difference between science fiction and science fantasy, Oran. All right.
Speaking of Oran, he is here because he's got some nerd blasphemy to lay down on some people. What needs to be smoked? What is up on that pedestal that needs to be taken down?
G.I. Joe. Yeah.
What G.I. Joe? Like, because the cartoon was great.
The cartoon, the comics, the movies,
The toys?
the action figures.
They had Kung Fu Grip, yo!
I just don't get it. Okay, I grew up in the 80s, and in the early 80s, you were in one of three camps. You were with G.I. Joe, you were with Transformers, or you were with He-Man. And I was He-Man until He-Man kind of petered out, and then I went with Transformers. And then the 90s came around, and I jumped straight to Ninja Turtles. So
Are you
I
sure you
never.
didn't jump straight to She-Ra?
I had some She-Ra action figures. Action figures, not dolls.
She-Ra was badass.
Yeah.
She-Ra was his weird cousin.
She-Ra.
I thought that was his sister.
Dora was Prince Adam's cousin.
Her villain was Cord Skeletor too.
Yeah.
Mordak actually
Hordak
won.
was awesome.
Hordak is the main villain of the new Star Wars.
Hordak and
or the new-
Grizzlor and Montana and Leech and all those. They were great. Anyway, everyone that grew up in the 80s that loves G.I. Joe, it's like, to me, they were just these generic army guys. I never understood it. It's like, I knew the only G.I. Joe guy that I ever had any interest in was because he was a professional wrestler, and that was Sergeant Slaughter. When they did that second series that had Sergeant Slaughter in it, I would watch that whenever I got the chance. But for the rest of it, Duke, don't care. Hawk, don't care. Just all of them.
What about Shipwreck, dude?
Nobody likes Shipwreck.
Dude, Shipwreck is awesome. He had a parrot.
I like the character that Venture Brothers based on Shipwreck.
Oh, surely.
He's awesome.
But and I didn't like the fact that they couldn't decide which way they wanted to go with Cobra Commander. It's like, he looked good in the helmet, and then they decided they just want to put a towel on his head. It's like, and
And it seemed to be random.
it would bounce back and forth. Just like, if they catch him outside of his little Darth Vader putting the helmet on tube, he's got the rag on, but before that he's got the helmet, and I don't know. I didn't like Serpentor either.
Dude, Panther was cloned from your Sergeant Slaughter guy, thank you very much.
It was lame.
And from Vlad Tepes.
And then the movie when Cobra Commander got turned into a snake.
Okay, that was kind of odd.
It was the whole. I just don't get.
There was an actual
It's like, I never.
death in that movie.
Yeah, Duke died.
Yeah. Because G.I. Joe's done that.
Duke died in the second.
They shoot
Spoilers. Duke
billions
dies
of
in the second
lasers.
G.I. Joe movie.
Snape kills Duke.
Yes. Duke killed Dumbledore first. But that's what y'all were talking about last week, was the new G.I. Joe movie with The Rock, and it's going to be rock-centric, which was basically what they did. They're like, hey, Channing Tatum, you did the first movie, and it bombed, so we're just going to kill you off in the first 15 minutes. And just focus on The Rock, because everyone wants to see him running around with a chain gun.
Hell yeah.
Well, it's badass. Right now, the G.I. Joe movies are basically exist in a way to just give us a franchise for The Rock to be The Rock.
Yes.
Get out of here, monkey!
And that was the first movie. That was one of my big complaints. Was like, I was like, that's
Okay,
not
okay.
this guy, this Joseph Gordon-Levitt guy. He is not Cobra Commander. He's wearing what looks like a bedpan on his face. That's not Cobra
He was
Commander.
only in the first one.
He was the dude that turned into the dude that became the Cobra Commander. I don't know if he was even in the
He's not
second
in the second one at all.
Well, whoever is Cobra Commander in the second one was Cobra Commander. That's what he's supposed to look like. That's what he's supposed to be like. The whole first one was just,
Shame is Joseph Gordon-Levitt can do better.
well, yeah. Did you not see?
Batman?
Yeah, the Dark Knight Rises one.
Yeah, he was good in that.
He was Robin.
Yeah, like I liked everything except that.
That was so stupid.
That's what supposedly kept Nolan from coming back.
Yeah, it's like you either
Not
die,
Nolan,
die a
Doug.
trilogy or live to see yourself become Batman and Robin. That's it.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Yeah, I more or less agree with you on G.I. Joe. I mean, I felt
It's
like
extremely overrated.
a lot of it was like generic military guys.
You've got generic military guys. You've got your over-the-top cartoony villains, and you got ninjas for some reason.
Yeah,
Because ninjas rock.
and especially
Pirates
in
are
the
better than
80s.
ninjas.
Alright,
Ninja
you're
Pirates.
done.
Whoa, dang!
When was the last time that you saw a ninja with a winch on his lap?
When was the last time you saw a pirate that wasn't lame as shit?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp
I
wasn't
don't
really
agree with
Captain Barbosa.
Yes. What's his name?
Jeffrey Rush.
Jeffrey Rush. Jeffrey Rush is awesome in everything he does.
He basically plays a pirate in everything he does. He was Casanova Frankenstein.
He was the only thing I liked about that fourth Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Yeah.
He was doing the Barbosa thing. Like,
He's the consistent high point in the movies.
yes.
You might see him again in the 5th one.
I better. That's the only way I would see the fifth one.
They're making a 5th one?
Yes, they are making a fifth Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
They haven't squeezed that rock dry yet. There's still a little bit. Like people at
Speaking of
Disney are like, there's still some jelly in this donut. They're just. He loved that
They're
line.
going to keep making that until Johnny Depp dies.
And maybe a couple years after with his corpse. Like, it's a pirate curse.
Well, Tim Burton already owns that, so as long as they get him on board.
It's like Michael Jackson buying that, like, this
Elephant Man.
Elephant Man skeleton.
I would love to see a whole movie with Jack Sparrow in a wheelchair.
In a wheelchair.
When he gets that old to where he needs one.
They got an
Oh,
oxygen
just
tank
CG his
too.
legs also. Or whatever they do.
Bottom half would be an octopus.
Oh, hey, there we
Davy
are.
Jones style. Yeah.
That's it. Like, Davy Jones, like, the biggest piece of wasted potential in the stupid
Oh,
movies.
God.
Because he's so good in the second. And then the third one, just a big freaking waste. Like the Kraken. Let's kill the Kraken off screen. Everybody wanted to see that.
I truly don't remember seeing the third one.
I didn't see the 3rd one at all, so
You
like
didn't
this thing is
As
like.
soon as the girl went big on the boat and didn't sink it, I was done.
Yeah.
I'm done with this. I turned it off and went and played games.
Who was it that played Davy Jones? It was Bill Nye.
Yeah.
Anything that's sci-fi, fantasy, magic, or anything, he is in it because he was in all of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. He was in all of the Underworld movies. It's like anything. He was in the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah. It is a pretty far reach.
Yeah.
He's in Harry Potter.
He was in the last one. He was the new Minister of Magic that got killed after one scene.
Was it the guy who's the dad in the Underworld?
Yes, he was Victor.
Man, I like him a lot.
Abomination.
I like him a lot.
It was so. He's so recognizable that I knew it was him
In
With
Shaun
the-
of the Dead.
with the Davy Jones stuff on. It's like I recognized him because you could still see his face and hear his voice, and he's that.
He's one of those
Recognizable.
dudes.
Yeah.
Like they always
He's one of those
appear.
that guy actors. Like that guy's in all those movies, like Wallace Shawn. No one knows who he is, but he's in a lot of movies.
I'm always happy to see Wallace Shawn.
I don't know who Wallace Shawn is.
He was Vizzini in The Princess Bride.
Oh yeah, I know who he is now.
And that's just it.
No one knows who he is.
He should
but
have
knows
like
everyone
he should
knows.
have like an Italian name so you know who he's talking about. Inconceivable. I mean, you should change him to Inconceivable. I mean, that would be better for him. Or the teacher from Clueless, or the principal from Clueless. Was he?
Or
He was a teacher.
He was a teacher.
or Rex the
Why do I
dinosaur.
know that?
What's up? Because Clueless, the movie was great.
He was Rex.
He was
Yeah.
Rex the dinosaur.
I did not know that.
Unless you're a big old Wallace Shawn fan, you knew his name.
I know him when I see his face.
To be fair, I know a lot of people's names who I'm not a fan of.
Like Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, Michael Bay, my dad. I don't know a lot of
Jesus.
Wow.
Oh.
Does that include my dad?
No.
Do you know his dad? Oh, yeah, dad's pretty broad. It includes a lot of our dads.
I said my dad.
Well, my dad is my dad too.
You're hurting my dad. This is getting, you're too introspective. Maybe we should just do the comic book reviews.
Well, let's do some comic reviews.
We haven't done that yet?
Nope.
Yeah, wait.
And we're in a special treat because it's not just my comic book reviews.
Yes.
Yeah, orange reviews. I'm gonna have bland,
destroyed
tepid
my-
reviews across the board.
I think I destroyed my comics though.
Bags towards people.
Uh-oh.
I had my feet all
There's a
over
crease in one of them.
Oh no.
Yeah, as long as it's not the one that I'm concerned about, that's fine.
All right.
How do you want to do this, Joe?
Let's do one person at a time.
One person at a time.
All right. Okay. So Oran, apparently starting off with the DC one because they're advertising Justice League Throne of Atlantis. Awesome. Fables, Wolf Among Us. I am all good with this.
It was a great game.
I'm not familiar with the comic, but this is one of the things that my roommate has tried to kind of get me to come around on. He actually went as Bigby Wolf for Halloween. And nobody
Were
knew.
you Snow White?
I was Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Oh yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
That was our first show.
Yes, it was.
Is me randomly in an apron and mustache.
That was so awesome. We
And
should
the
have brought the mustache back.
It wouldn't.
The mustache
He-
was in
he
so
has
many
a
places
mustache.
during that episode.
Oh yeah, it was all over the stuff. I think we had it on a lamb. I don't,
He's got a near mustache. It's like-
I'm working on it.
Not quite.
Needs a Bob stash.
I'm slowly working on it. We'll get there. Maybe like in 3 years, when we're getting like 11 hits per video, maybe it'll come in. But yeah, like my roommate actually speaks very highly of this series, so I'm all for seeing people buy it. Because hey, it's not DC crap. It's not Grayson. Is there Grayson in that pile?
There's
Nope.
probably some great.
I got something for you that's even worse than Grayson. You're gonna flip out when you see it.
All right. Okay. So
That's the one I destroyed.
yeah, Oran's mutilated Dark Horse comic. The Goon, Once Upon a Hard Time. I'm not familiar with Goon at all.
I was not until I saw the animated short they made to pitch a series, but the character himself is actually pretty cool. So
I was like,
the Goon and Frankie. Frankie has no eyes, Little Orphan Annie style.
yeah, like I actually kind of like that. And there's just a random spider in a top hat.
Oh, everything in there is completely random, and that's why it's great.
Okay. Like when I first looked at it, I was like, it looked like a Sin City type thing, but it looks a lot more ridiculous than that.
It
Which
is completely ridiculous.
is good.
The city is infested with zombies and monsters, and the Goon took over for a mob boss who had died, and no one knows that he's dead, so he's basically running his empire.
okay,
With Frankie, who is a psychotic, lecherous
okay,
nutcase.
all right then. Part 1 of 4. And once again, I'm taunted by this Mars Attack dice game that I really want to pick up. And then on the other side,
Ooh, I think we have that.
we do.
I think so.
All right, give me a copy on the house.
I can't.
Man. Okay. Anyways, so we got Lobo.
You got Dreamboat Lobo.
Yeah. Is this Lobo?
Which one is
That
Lobo?
is the guy with the blue on his face, the blues,
The-
the neon marks. Yeah.
This is now Lobo.
That is GQ Lobo.
What did they do to Lobo?
I don't know. Like he looked like a fashion model, and that was like too much. That's not Lobo for me.
In the first issue, they said that this is the real Lobo, and that the
other main
mainstream
man.
DC Universe Lobo, the main man, the fragger of
Summon
Bastages,
Beasley's?
he was a regeneration of this one who got away, and this is the original. So in the first one, this guy kills the real
Because the
Lobo.
planet?
He cuts his head off and then electrocutes his head and says, "Oh, no Zarnian can regenerate from that much electricity or something," which is always bogus. You know he'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna last like several seasons with that little model dude as Lobo.
But this guy he's sort of like a emo revenger. He's the one who's pissed
terrible.
off at the other Lobo for having killed his entire planet.
He.
Wah.
It sounds.
That's so
it sounds
bad, dude.
terrible.
It's
He
actually
barely
not.
looks like a dude.
But like,
He's not the over-the-top 80s version of Lobo, but he's still pretty cool.
but that's kind of the
That's
charm
what
of
you.
Lobo.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like Lobo is what Wolverine could have been if Wolverine wasn't Wolverine.
if Wolverine wasn't
Lame.
overplayed. And,
Yeah.
Well, Lobo's a little bit
Wolverine wasn't
overplayed.
stuck being Hugh Jackman. He could be awesome like Lobo.
But whenever Wolverine's official outfit became a muscle shirt, like instead of and like a pair of like ripped jeans, but no, I don't know. Like I like the old Lobo because the old Lobo had that classic quality, and he's a character that the more over the top you go with him, the
The
more I
better.
like.
Yes.
Like he was great in that random Justice League episode where Superman
Yes.
died,
Yeah.
and he just showed up, and be like, "Yeah, I'm here to take Superman's place," as everybody's just like, "Oh God, we hate this guy, but he won't leave."
I liked it when he showed up in all those old issues of the second run of The Demon, where he and Etrigan were traveling through hell, just beating the hell out of people and
That sounds like a
taking
great.
over.
Wow.
They had the Demon Mobile, and they did a road trip through hell.
That
It
is-
was awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Why didn't they ever make that a movie? I would watch that. As they both just hang out,
Because
rhyming.
true Etrigan fans like myself are few and far between.
Like cartoon version, or does it matter?
Etrigan in general, Etrigan and Lobo are the two best things that DC has going for them.
Except this level.
Except for this
not
Lobo.
not necessarily this Lobo, but
I don't think you've
If they
won
were to go
over
back
any
2
ability
years
with this
before the
Lobo
52
thing.
Yeah, this
Disregard this Lobo and go with the real Lobo.
the main man.
The main man.
Man.
I did really enjoy the Lobo Judge Dredd crossover. That's
When
really
did this
old
happen
one.
and how did I miss it?
Long time ago.
that sounds-
That
I
sounds kind
recently-
of one-sided.
I recently read it in the back of a. It's part of a collection you can buy. It's all the Batman Judge Dredd crossovers, but the very last issue in the graphic novel is a Lobo Judge Dredd crossover.
Now, see, I remember the RoboCop Lobo crossover when he became LoboCop.
That's so awesome.
That was great.
Oh, I gotta look the 90s right.
90s is all about crossing stuff up.
Yep.
Like, RoboCop worked with a lot of people. Worked with Terminator, and he fought Terminators, then he fought the Four Horsemen alongside Sting in
And then,
WC.
Oh, yeah.
and then he did more stuff with Terminators.
Yes.
Dead or alive, come with me.
Those are good movies. Like, they went from good to so bad they were good.
Yeah.
When he's flying around on a jetpack.
RoboCop 3 was awesomely bad.
Yes.
Did anybody see that the shot-for-shot remake of RoboCop? But it's them from each people got a scene. A bunch of different people got a scene, and they did like special versions of it. Like one of them did the murder scene. The murder scene where they kill RoboCop is done with babies. Babies are killing other babies. It's so cute. It's so-
Clarence Boddicker, baby.
Wow.
The guys who do honest trailers, those guys, they did the convenience store scene.
All right.
The guys that did the penis shooting scene, they went a little crazy. So he shot like 60,000 penises in that. It was
All right.
yeah. So yeah, you just go see the chance.
That.
What?
I think
You can't stop me.
That's gonna be one of those scenes where we have that distractingly loud like record scratch, and
It's distractingly loud. I thought it was normal.
You should also
It's pretty
put
loud.
some sort of graphic covering his mouth so people can't lip read.
the little Reiner head. Like Reiner with a big thumbs up every time somebody swears.
damn, I would have let loose earlier.
That's it.
Be nothing but Reiner heads.
All right, Matt.
Let's. Okay, so one of them is specifically on there to make you mad.
Specifically?
Specifically.
Do I have permission to rip it up?
No, haven't ready yet. But you can throw it.
Atlantically.
All right. So it's definitely not this one because I don't really have anything against Secret Six.
What is that?
That's not it.
Catman, isn't it?
I think so. I haven't read it yet.
He's gone full furry.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, I
And,
like
like this cover like kind of gives you vertigo too.
we have been waiting for this for a long time. She really hooked it up. Like, I wouldn't say it totally makes up for the fact that she phoned in Batgirl, but it is really darn close.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Secret Six. I know you're a big fan of it, so the fact that you're giving it your seal of approval is good. I see cats. I see men. I see cat men.
I'm trying not to peek because like I haven't even opened it yet. So I'm like,
All right. There you go. Okay.
All right.
So I guess this is the one that just you put in here just to make me mad.
Well, that and as the Harley Quinn's Valentine's Day special, she somehow wins a charity auction and wins a date with Bruce Wayne.
Wow.
So I wanted to figure out how it goes. I bought the previous issue because they had advertised this, and I thought they were talking about the previous issue, and I bought that, and that was a big load of horse garbage. But
Molly, have this destroyed.
no.
Never, because Harley Quinn has somehow managed to capture Batman on the cover. I don't care what's inside those pages. That image on that cover is all I need in this world.
Ralph Wiggum has daydreams too.
That's fine. That's
I'm
fine.
not even gonna open it.
You do. Joe, I will pay you $10 to open that comic and read it all the way through.
Read it all.
$10?
Can I speed read it?
Nope.
$10
$10.
to read a bad comic.
It could be good. It's a one shot. Come
How
on.
many pages is it?
Probably 48. It's an annual.
Oh God, no.
What about $12? What's your threshold on this?
I got 50 cents.
No.
We take up a collection. Yeah, we take up a
Yeah,
collection.
that is 50 cents a page.
Let's set up a Kickstarter.
A Kickstarter. Make Joe read this comment.
People have made like $30,000 to make potato salad on Kickstarter. I'm serious.
Oh yeah.
It was like a joke thing that took off. So let's start a Kickstarter to get me to read a Harley Quinn comic.
Okay, we'll start that right after the end of this. We'll
There
make
we
a
go.
nice little shot of
We'll
it.
make it
How
happen.
much would it take for you to read one page?
$12.
12 times 40.
And the cut and
So,
the
$12 a
inside cover
page.
doesn't count.
Okay. Like
It can't
The ads don't
It can't
count.
be an ad.
It's got to be an actual page.
That would be $504 to read the whole thing.
I would read the whole thing for $504.
I'd do it for $350.
I would read the whole thing and I would eat a page for $504.
So if we raise more, you have to read multiple books of Harley Quinn. We can go find a Harley trade.
That's fine. We'll do that.
Why would you eat a page?
I don't know. Drive it home. To say that I really want $504 for reading a comic and
Alright.
eating a page of it.
Well, let's wrap this up.
Well, the page would be hoping that the ink poisoning would make me forget the experience.
You're like shaking. You know, a little black foam comes out of your mouth.
Mad as a hatter.
That's it. All right, I think that's our show. I think we probably went like longer than ever before.
But we
what
had
she
some
said.
good moments.
We're gonna scratch that. What? We're gonna scratch that. Not because it's wildly inappropriate, but because it's such an overdone joke.
Aw.
You get negative points for time.
You had to ruin it at the end.
Would you have preferred phrasing?
Yeah, actually. Not everybody
Should've
would have
went
got
with
that.
What?
Phrasing. Boom.
Everybody loves Archer.
That's a good show. Did you see the Conan O'Brien
Can we
thing?
Can we try it again? Can we do another take?
No, it's got to be spontaneous, dude. It's all about the chemistry and the
You
magic.
guys called me the director for some reason. I vote another take.
Overruled.
You just lost your directorship.
That's it. Now you're fired.
You
Oh,
just lost your producer credit.
That's it. All right, guys. So that was our show for this week. Tune in again next week when we have absolutely no idea what we're going to be talking about. So make some news happen. So yeah, I don't know what that means. We can bleep that. We can edit that out.
This?
I'm rambling. I don't
No,
know.
this is awesome.
That's all right. It's late.
Subscribe.
this is a show that never ends.
Subscribe.